is, well, I marked the daylights out of this floor. I think when I first started off, this floor was all gray, not gray anymore. I had to do a recode on this thing. But anyway, first thing first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Oh, sorry, with Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I'm looking at the diagnostic test over here because I had to. This is one of my PC. I have my gaming PC. I'm actually converting this to a RetroPie. I want to build this ultimate RetroPie system, but I want it to be good. So I want it to be huge. I need RetroPies are small. I got a smaller one coming in. My friend's customizing for me, but I want to actually build a submersible. Um, oh, gee whiz, that's gonna take that long. I want to build a submersible RetroPie PC with the lights and everything in the tank, kind of retro pink and blue colors and stuff like that. And right now, one of the hard drives wouldn't boot for Jack. Couldn't get the hard drive to boot. This one right here. I think this one had a problem. Had a failure. We had a power failure in here, and I think it fried my drive. These are only 250 gigabytes. Really? That's all they are? Huh. That's all you need for basically for downloading for basically this is all I need. This is just basically for just retro games. Retro games don't take a lot. They don't take a lot of memory. But finally went in, swapped out the hard drive because this hard drive got fried. Swapped out the hard drive and put a new hard drive in, and then for some reason the system wouldn't read it, and I had to go into the system's option and go in and select the boot. So basically, if your system won't boot, because it's booting it from the drive, that's why we don't use drives anymore. I actually disconnect that too. So it boots it from the drive. So I had to switch it so it boots from the hard drive instead of the drive, and that allowed for it to basically upload the operating system. Sad part about it is I forgot the passcode. I literally forgot the pin. So then I had to go in and I had to hold the shift key and then go over and select the power selection, hit restart, pull up the special option menu, which they don't tell you about, pull that menu up, go into the system, and then basically go in and reboot the system. From there, actually resetting the entire PC resetting right there. So I could go in and basically wipe off the pin, because usually you have two sets of passcodes that pop up. If you put one into the motherboard, you have to literally go into your computer and you have to pull out the battery. Pull out the battery for a couple of minutes, put it back in, and that resets the password for the motherboard, the main motherboard. But if you have one set already into your system for your Windows, the way you got to get around that is basically that would be a hard drive issue, not a motherboard issue. You'd have to go into your keyboard, pull down your shift key, and then go over and press for the little icon at the bottom and hit restart, and that'll bring up your another menu, and that menu will allow you to go into troubleshooting, and then from troubleshooting, you don't have to go into advanced settings. You have to go and you have to restart the entire system, which means you're pretty much wiping. You're keeping your files, but you're just wiping the original settings. And that's it. You're back in. That's it. It's funny. I had somebody sit there and say, they sent me a message saying, I get these little messages every day. They send me like, oh, you don't know anything about computers. You haven't seen my past accounts. I used to build these things, man. I used to build all kinds of crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, I want the ultimate RetroPie system. So my buddy's building me a customized one, but I want one actually a submersible tank. So all this has to be stripped out of here. Got to take all this apart. Optical drives is useless. They don't even use them anymore, so I'm pulling that out. And the Dell, which I like about the Dell, it has a PCI 16 right there. See right there? You don't need a real powerful graphic card because we're just running like arcade games. So this right here is perfect. This is all I need right here. This is a I don't know, what's this GTX, what's it, the 1050s, yeah, nothing. It's a low profile, but since now that I'm going to have this out of this case, I might just go for something a little bit bigger, but then again, it doesn't take up much room, so it's pretty nice. So I don't know, I'm deciding yet. I might upgrade that, but we're going to build is we're going to get a nice little fish tank. We're going to drop the motherboard in there. We're going to put a liquid cooling system on it because, again, if you basically put the CPU bareback on into a a vat of vegetable oil, mineral oil, baby oil. I don't care what you use at the end of the day. You will cook your PC. It literally will cook it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a nice, simple, basic liquid cooling system, probably one fan radiator system. And then what we're going to do is always do this with my radiator systems. I will always go in and remove the original fans that come with it, because the original stock fans that come with them are trash. I'm sorry, they're trashy fans. They always put trashy fans on the stock. Go get something with some really high RPMs and get yourself a fan speed controller. I use them because they actually speed up the RPMs, actually cools the system quite nicely. So that's what we're going to be. That's the only liquid cooling system. You know, as we're running any extra fans, people do it for show. Don't do it, because what's going to happen is the oil is going to coagulate the barbarians, and they're just going to slow down, and they're just going to be standing still. Nothing's going to be moving. Just going to be looking at some lights blinking in your case. That's basically about it. So we're going to basically Miami Vice the daylights of this baby. We're going to have all kinds of pink and pastel colors inside of her case. And I might put some pink flamingos down there and some other cool stuff. I'm going to put a whole little setup down, a little Vice setup for our liquid submersible RetroPie PC. And it's going to be a little tiny micro PC case. So not a micro PC case, but we need like a miniature, like a micro fish tank. That's what I need. It'd be nice if it's plastic, and I can drill holes in for my motherboard for the top. But you'll see when we put it all together. And we have to override all the kill switches in there. That's pretty much it. So we're now at 20%. Woohoo! Yes. Good thing I did this now, because, man, if I had put all this together and then found out that the hard drive, and I forgot the pins on this, which would have been a bit of a nightmare. So right now we are running it through VGA to VGA, because right now, until we can get access to the operating system, because that's going to allow me to be able to put my graphic card in. It's going to actually find my drivers, because I don't have the drivers for that. Or might just go and buy myself another graphic card. So once all this is done and finished with this little setup I'm doing here, I'm going to be building a cardboard screen for this. So I want to do a kind of let's see, we're going to do something different. I want it in landscape and portrait, but I want to put it on a disc. So if I want to do the portrait or vertical, I can swing it around and I can do my vertical gaming. And if I want to do it landscape, and I can switch it the other way around. So we're going to build a disc for it. And in the day, we're going to be outside with the hologram paint. We're going to be spraying this right there. We're working on that today. Yeah, my mornings are always different. Every morning when I get up, it's always something new. Rather than that, to be bored. All right. And they're over there. If you haven't seen that, that's my portrait mini projector set up over there. And that's my whole screen and all that. It's all made out of cardboard. All right, people. Well, I'll see you later, because I got to go through all this. We're at 32%, and then I got some programming to do and get this thing ready to go. And, you know, I have my RetroPie all set up. I already ordered my case or my fish tank. It'll be here soon, and we'll put the entire thing together. They have motherboard paint. Literally didn't know they made this stuff. Motherboard paint, we can actually change the color of your motherboard. Oh, I want mine in a retro pink and pastel blue. That's what I want. So we're going to do it all Miami kind of. You ever seen Vice City and Grand Theft Auto? Those pretty colors they have. That's what we're going to put in, just like that. Got to find some flamingos, some pink flamingos, and some little toy pink flamingos. Let me see the flamingos. There's soft ones way on the other side of the room. All right, got to go. Be safe out there. God bless.